Hey, welcome to Adapted Not Disabled. My name's Scout. Hey, it's Scout. Welcome to Adapted Not Disabled, and today we're going to be talking about gold. Preppers love it. It's shiny, it's historic, and it's been valuable for centuries. But is it really the best thing to stockpile for a survival situation? Today, we're breaking that down. We'll explore why preppers are so obsessed with gold, the historical reasons behind it, and then I'll explain why I think it's mostly useless in a real-world collapse or survival situation. Stick around because I'll also share what I think you should actually focus on to survive and thrive when things go south. So, why is gold such a big deal for preppers? It all comes down to history. For centuries, gold has been seen as the ultimate safety net. Back in ancient Rome, wealth was often tied to precious metals like gold and silver. Soldiers were primarily paid in silver coins, which were small and practical for daily transactions. However, gold was used for larger, more significant exchanges and used as a symbol of wealth and security. It's said that gold could be used to buy safety or passage in dire circumstances, but this was more applicable to higher-ranking officials or the wealthy. Fast forward to the Great Depression, banks were failing and people lost trust in paper money. Many began hoarding gold as a hedge against the economic instability. This led to the U.S. government issuing Executive Order 6102 in 1933, which required citizens to turn in their gold to stabilize the economy. And even today, you can see this play out in places like Venezuela. With hyperinflation making their currency practically worthless, people turn to gold for trade. There are documented cases of Venezuelans scraping gold dust or breaking off flakes to buy food and other essentials. Gold's long history makes it appealing. It's durable, universally recognized, and has held value across cultures for thousands of years. That's why so many preppers think it's the ultimate backup plan. But here's the thing, just because it worked in some historical context doesn't mean that it's the best option for every survival situation. Let's get real for a second. If society collapses, like no power, no government, no supply chains, what is gold actually going to do for you? Think about it. If someone's starving, are they going to trade in their gold for their last can of food for a gold coin? No freaking way. If they're freezing, are they going to give you their firewood or blankets for a shiny piece of metal? Not likely. Gold doesn't feed you, keep you warm, or heal you. Sure, gold has some value once things stabilize, but in the immediate aftermath of a disaster, people prioritize survival items over something as impractical as gold. Look at real-life examples. During Hurricane Katrina, what did people need? Wasn't gold. It was food, water, and shelter. Or think back to the early days of the pandemic. What flew off the shelves? It wasn't gold bars, it was toilet paper, disinfectants, canned goods, and other essentials. Survival is about practicality, not shiny objects. So if you're gonna stockpile anything, which I usually suggest not to, what is it? Here's what you should focus on: things people can actually use and trade when things go bad. Stockpile non-perishable food, canned goods, rice, beans, freeze-dried meals, and clean water is just as important, along with ways to purify it like filters or purification tablets. Don't underestimate the value of small luxuries like coffee, sugar, or spices. These might seem minor now, but in a bartering economy, they're like gold. Imagine trading a bag of coffee for something you really need. Comfort items can become incredibly valuable, especially for morale. Next, medical supplies. Antibiotics, painkillers, bandages, these are real lifesavers. Even over-the-counter meds like ibuprofen or allergy pills will be in high demand. Hygiene items like soap, toothpaste, and feminine products are just as critical. Staying clean is essential to staying healthy, and these items will be valuable. Then there are tools. Multi-tools, fire starters, and knives. These are must-haves. Hand tools like hammers and saws will also become incredibly valuable for rebuilding and repairs. Don't forget about power. Solar-powered chargers, flashlights, and radios can keep you connected and functional when the grid's down. These are worth far more in a survival situation than a bag of gold. But what is the most valuable thing you can invest in? Knowledge. Learn practical skills like first aid, gardening, and basic mechanics. These skills can't be stolen, and they'll make you incredibly valuable in a community. Knowing how to grow food, purify water, or treat injuries doesn't just help you survive, it gives you something to trade. In a bartering economy, skills are just as valuable as goods. Here's something people often overlook: community. Prepping isn't about stockpiling supplies, it's about building a network of people you can trust. The lone wolf survivalist sounds cool in movies, but is impractical. Humans are wired to work in groups. A strong community can pool resources, share skills, and provide safety and emotional support. Think about it. One person might know first aid, another might be good at fixing things, and someone else might be good at growing food. Together, you're far stronger than you would ever have been alone, even having hoarded supplies. So, instead of hoarding supplies, focus on building relationships. Find like-minded people, join local prepper groups, and strengthen your network. Does gold have a place in prepping? Sure, maybe as a long-term hedge. But if you're spending all of your money in stockpiling gold, you're missing the bigger picture. Survival is about meeting immediate needs, not relying on something that might be useful later. Focus on food, water, tools, knowledge, and community. These are the things that will actually get you through tough times.
Hey, so that was the research. Now a little bit about my own kind of opinion on things. I don't personally stockpile anything. I don't really believe in it for a variety of reasons. One, I don't have excess money to be throwing around on that sort of thing, and I don't want to sacrifice my quality of life like right now in order to prepare for something that might happen in the future. Hey, it's Editing Scout. I just wanted to mention that it's not completely lost on me that someone might buy gold as either a form of investment or a more stable form of currency, because of course you can sell gold a little bit easier than you can like beans or medical supplies or something like that. So in that scenario, good, but I'm just in this video more generally talking about it in like if the apocalypse or whatever survival situation has already started to happen. I think it's pretty useless because some people try to talk about it as like being useful in that situation, and I don't think that's the case. I also think that sometimes it can kind of be wasteful if we're getting to the point of spending all of our life savings on beans and bullets and all that sort of thing. My personal philosophy, and if you do it different, that's fine. If you like to stockpile, more power to you. My personal philosophy is that I'm in search of skills that will help me in the long term. So like very like renewable type things. So learning how to fish, learning how to forage, learning how to garden, things like that that are kind of like restorative. That way I'm not just surviving like a month into the apocalypse, if that happens. But even if that were the case, it'd be pretty depressing if I survived a month like slowly dwindling down on my supplies until it all went, and fearful people would steal it, fearful people would know about it, like all that shit, worrying about trading shit. Like I'd much rather just have like normal ass connections with people that I know that I can rely on, because ultimately, I mean, if I got all the skills and shit, I know I can lean on the people I trust. In the future, I do kind of want to find a prepping community and see what that's all about in my local area. So we'll kind of see what that's about. But let me know your opinion on this. Do you stockpile? And what do you stockpile? Do you stockpile gold? Do you still like, through everything that you heard, still agree with stockpiling gold? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is just my philosophy. I am not an expert. Thank you for paying attention to me. Have a good evening or day or morning, whatever it might be. Bye.